And we are live, everybody. Welcome in. If you missed my live that I was doing just before this live, which was the announcement of my brand new online programs for next year, I would really encourage you. Seriously, will put up the link for you. She was moderating that live. Would love for you to watch it because you can now go to sagegoddess.com right now if you want. Open a separate tab and register for the 2025-2026 online programs. And I'm so excited. I created a university, Living University, which is the new set of offerings that are designed to inspire you, to help you feel connected, to help you feel encouraged, to support you on your journey. And so we can talk about those at the end. I'm so grateful that you're here. So it's wonderful to see you. Chime in from wherever you're tuning in from. It's always nice to know where you are. This is an Aries full moon. Are you feeling it? It's an ass kicker of a moon, but we kind of need it. You know what I mean? Like, I just find the harvest moon is this, it's a releasing, right? It's our last full moon of harvest season, right? Because now we're going to have Samhain. We've got a new moon coming up, a really beautiful new moon coming up in Libra that I want to tell you. If you have not gotten the new moon tools yet, we're making new moon water. It's a beautiful kit. This is the little, we're sending you a bottle of vanilla hydrosol. This is pure vanilla water. It's gorgeous. And then you get stones to put in your new moon wishing bottle, and sari ribbon to decorate it. It's cute. It even says Sage Goddess on the top. So if you have not gotten your new moon tools, those are at sagegoddess.com. They will reach you in time for the new moon ceremony because we will make sure that those orders get prioritized. So happy you're here. The word for you today is pause. You're watching from Desert Hot Springs, which is one of my favorite places on the earth. I love Desert Hot Springs. So it's really good to see you. Humboldt County in Northern California, which I know quite well. Happy to see you there too. Any Aries, sun, moon, or rising? This is your moon. And just like you, it's a butt kicker. This one is going to encourage you. I wrote in my notes, this is the time to move through difficulty with passion. The thing about Aries, and you guys know this is true, I'm not picking on you because it's actually quite true. My son is an Aries. You guys are always right. And you are so brave. Aries will go first. They don't care. They will try something first. They don't care if they make a mistake. They're just like, when I was a teacher, I always loved having Aries students because they're in the front row. They've got the answer, right? And you are always right. Like, we should listen to you more than we do, Aries. I'm giving you all the credit tonight that you that you need. My Mars is in Aries, which means I fight like a jerk. You know what I mean? It's not the best placement because, Mars rules Aries. So I've got Aries right in its natal position. So I'm not an Aries, but when I'm mad, I act like one. So anybody else have a Mars in Aries? So this is your moon. So but here's the thing, even if you're not an Aries, like, I'm just a double fire sign over here. So I'm not an Aries. I'm jealous of you guys, but I'm not one. How many of you feel like you have been waiting to do something, to start something? I mean, this is why I launched my new online programs today. How many of you feel like you've just been waiting, but it hasn't been the right time? The right time to have that conversation, the right time to say how you feel, the right time to start that new business or that new venture, or the right time to start taking care of yourself. I'll eat better next week. I'll do better next month. The right time to whatever it is for you. And I would love to know what it is for you. Tonight is your time. I'm going to be your tough love older sister for a second, even if I'm not older than you. I'm 52, so maybe I'm your older sister, maybe I'm your younger sister. I'm just going to tell you the straight poop tonight. If you want to do something big in 2025, this is it. After this, there's a slow kind of drop in the energy, right? As we roll toward the holiday season. That's true every year, but it's particularly true astrologically right now. And this month, October 2025, has some interesting astrology to it, but there's no eclipses. So you've got this runway here. You've got this kind of stretch of road ahead of you. And if you're going to do something this year, this is kind of it. I mean, we've got half of October, all of November, and all of December, and then poof, it's 2026. You and I are going to blink and we're going to be like, New Year's Eve, like, what's your resolution? I don't do resolutions, but everybody talks about it, right? So fantastic. Jen just sent off a big proposal, right? I agree with you. It's gone by too fast. I honestly, so here's how I know we're going through a planetary ascension process. Can I just like say this for 2 minutes? Time is real weird. Am I the only one? I'm honestly shocked it's not still July or August. Like, I don't know what happened to summer, but I know I blinked and it was over. And now it's almost Halloween. And then I'm going to blink and it's going to be like, what do you want for Thanksgiving? And I'm going to blink. I really, and I know we say this every year, bless those sirens. My new home for Sage Goddess is right next to Harbor UCLA Hospital. So we get a lot of sirens. I hope it doesn't bother you. We always just send a little blessing to them while they're going by. So they cruise right by our street as they go to the hospital. But anyway, that's one of the signs of global ascension, is because when we're finally done with 3D, right? When we move to the fourth dimension, we lose time. It's the first symbol or sign that you are going through a spiritual evolutionary process. Okay. So, and then when we get to the fifth dimension, we lose space. So, but in the third dimension, we're bound by both space and time dimensional realities, but time is the first to go. So anyway, I just want to say, if you've been procrastinating, God bless you, because I have too in certain ways, but this is go time. And Aries full moon is this full body initiation into whatever you need to do. And I want you to kick your own ass a little bit. You recently wrote 2023 on something. Thank you, Taliba. That makes me feel better. It really does. Because if you asked my body what month it is right now, my body would be like, oh, it's July. And it's like, except it's not. It actually was really cold last night. It had to close the doors, right? It's not summertime anymore. So anyway, kick your own butt. That's what an Aries full moon is all about. So at the new moon, we release energy, right, that needs to be released, and we set intentions. At the full moon, which is tonight, and I'm going to clear the space here with some white sage. Got one of my old Sage Goddess bundles here. At the full moon, we expand, illuminate, and manifest. So we take the intentions that we set at the last new moon. Do you remember what your intentions were at the last new moon? Hopefully. Are we corporeal in 4D and 5D? That question remains to be answered. We're definitely corporeal in 4D, but 5D is an open question, right? Because if we're going to lose space boundaries, you guys must have some stuff to clear. Let's just let you clear it off for a second. How are we going to move through space in a body? I mean, 5D is where you can go, I wish I was in, Egypt, and then the thought becomes the reality, and you can experience a different physical experience, right? How many dimensions are there? I've been doing this work for a long time with a lot of different teachers from different countries and different traditions. Most agree there's at least 12. But above 5 is the non-physical, right? So fourth dimension, first through third for sure are human dimensions. I would argue that fourth dimension is still a habitable dimension for humans. And then we get to 5D, and the question of whether we have a body becomes very relevant. So I'm super open to your thoughts. Yeah, we had some stuff to clear off. It's okay. Half the time I think we're clearing for the planet, right? There ain't enough sage on this planet to clear it right now. Bless us, right, on our human journey. I feel like, first of all, I don't even turn on the TV anymore. And half the time with my phone, Like I open it up and I start scrolling and I just see some weird shit and I'm like, how fast can I smudge my phone, right? So anyway, let's just let all that energy move through. Oh, I forgot I didn't grab my selenite wand. Let me grab that real quick. Right behind me. So I can open our circle. So yeah. The thing is, the algorithms are so weird. And half the time I'm like, because I don't watch news. You're never going to come to me and hear me talking about news or propaganda or anything. I'm just not that girl for you. Not interested. I pay attention, but I'm not, and I can't. My central nervous system can't do it. So, but my phone will like do this weird thing where I'm watching something that like I curate my algorithm pretty tightly because I want things that expand my awareness and my raise my vibration. And then it's like, wait, how did you get in here? what kind of sorcery is this? I don't want to see that right now. Woo. Okay, I'm gonna light my full moon candle too if you have yours. Starting last year, I really started to focus on just one full moon candle instead of a different full moon candle every month. I'm still liking the idea. I've already burned through one full one, so I had to start a new one tonight. But this is your full moon candle if you'd like to light that with me. And we're going to open our circle. So here's what I want you to ask yourself tonight. In addition to what do you want to initiate? Because what we do at the full moon, imagine that you're taking that light of the moon and you can direct it onto a part of your life. So where do you want to take that big beam of beautiful light and focus it? So for me, it's about initiating a new cycle for Sage Goddess, for my beloved creation, right? With our new programs and new things that we're doing. And there's other new things on the horizon for us at the end of this year and beginning of next. So I'm initiating new things for my baby, right? As part of her rebirth. Where is it for you that you want to direct that light? And I'm also, like I said, I continue on my on a path I've been on for the last year, which is to get really physically strong. And to prioritize my physical health and well-being. And so that's another place that I'm choosing to focus the light because I'm noticing that my mental health and my physical health and my spiritual health and my emotional health are all related, right? So if my body feels strong, that helps my mind feel strong, right? If my mind gets strong and I'm cultivating wisdom and depth and insight and intuition, then my emotions feel more stable. And that's part of why I created a new program this year that really addresses all of that together. Because I'm worried about us. I want us to be not just healthy, but happy and well, The next generation needs us. And we agreed to come here and go through this process together. So now we got to make it through. And we will. But we need tools and support and inspiration. And cheers to all of that. And my mantra, I'm going to share this with you now because it feels very like Aries. Aries is an optimistic sign. Aries, you can get an Aries down, but you can't keep them down. They bounce back. They are resilient and tough. It's one of the things I really respect and admire about Aries. And so one of the things I want to encourage you to think about tonight, my mantra has been, I'm choosing to be happy now, right now. Where I am with what I have and who's around me, I'm consciously choosing to be happy. And I used to think, should I feel guilty for choosing to be happy, right? Like the world's in such a tough place and my life has turned out so differently than what I, expected or anticipated. And I've decided just no, I don't think we need to feel guilty. I think we are here to try to find as much beauty and joy and optimism as we can find and to share it with as many people as we can. So if you're on the same page, I just want to, this is my Diet Dr. Pepper and Lime. Cheers to you. I hope you'll choose joy. And I hope you'll choose optimism. Because the one thing I know for sure, I am a faithful person. That's my mom's middle name in her handwriting that I got tattooed on my wrist. But I chose my wrist because I see it all the time. And I am really a faithful person. I believe in a higher power. I think our lives are fully guided. And I think this planet has its own guides. And I think we're on a path to a higher form of consciousness. And I'm here for it. I'm actually really excited that someone in the universe said, okay, she can go, right? It's an honor to be here at this time. It's hard, but it's a true honor. So tonight I want you to, like, even just now, I want you to start to drop in with me. I've got you for the next 35 minutes. We're going to do some good work together. But I want you to close your eyes, roll your shoulders back, fix your posture. And the reason that matters when we're doing ceremony is your spinal column houses your chakras, right? From your root to your crown. And so if you're sitting bent over, hunched over, the energy gets blocked wherever you're hunched, right? So we want to sit up nice and straight when we're doing energy work so that it's just an open channel and everything can flow. When we're stressed, we tend to do this. Did you know that when you're near someone that you don't feel emotionally safe with, you do things like this? Have you noticed it? You'll block your heart, or you'll sit like this, which blocks your solar plexus so they can't get to your power center. We do that when we feel threatened. So I want you to be here, we're all here to support you, right? So I don't want you hunched over like this. I want you shoulders back, confident, like you're entering a room that you own, right? So as we breathe and work together tonight, that energy has no resistance. It's able to just fully move through the channel. Have you done that? Watch it. Watch what happens to your own energy when you do this. Watch what happens. It hurts your back to sit straight. So one of the things I recommend that you do if this hurts, just because I have sciatic stuff, I don't know if you do or if you even know what that is, but it fucking sucks. So use your chair. If you have a nice straight chair, just sit back in your chair and then let the chair do the work for you if you can. Sometimes it makes it a little bit easier if you have sciatic stuff. Shoulders back, knockers out. And this is why I love you. That's right. Yeah. If you don't know what sciatic stuff is and you're young, just enjoy. Enjoy your youth. Enjoy your young back. Enjoy your healthy central nervous system. Enjoy that. I miss you too, Sylvie Brewster. It's great to see you. I'm glad you're here. Okay. So I've asked you, what do you want to initiate? What do you want to shine a light on? And then if you could make a commitment tonight, full moons are great for commitments. If you could make a commitment tonight, one way in your life that you could, under this full moon, come into deeper alignment with something about you that is your essence, that's your core, truest self. And maybe it's part of you that you have let go of because you were in a relationship where it wasn't supported, or you've let go of it because you got older. But there's part of you that longs for your own truth. It's the work of a lifetime, actually, to be fully aligned with the core essence of who you are. So I want you to ask, I don't know what that is for you, by the way. One of the things I realized this year for myself, because I've gone through it this year, is that the core essence of who I am is playful. I'm playful. I'm mischievous. And when I'm in that playful, mischievous place, I'm creative, I'm happy. My relationships tend to be strong, right? I'm a good mom when I'm in that place. There's an effervescent kind of fun part of me. And for a while I lost it. I couldn't find it. I was like, God, I'm not mischievous. I don't feel playful. I don't even feel like I want to have fun. And I got really serious for a minute. And then I realized, and then I was like, why am I not happy? Because, happiness doesn't depend on anybody else. Happiness is an inside job. So I wasn't like, oh, this person isn't making me happy or this situation isn't making me happy. I was like, because I'm not playing. And to some people, playfulness looks like a waste of time, or it looks like being irresponsible or whatever. But to me, it's like air and food and water, right? Like, I have to play. If this life is going to work for me, it's going to have to be fun. And so I'm asking you tonight, whatever that is in you, maybe it's not being playful or mischievous, right? And I guess for me, it's kind of youthful too. There's a little girl part of me that I really love, and I started to lose her. you know? And I kept thinking, well, maybe this is what it's like to be a grown-up, she says at 52 years old. And then I was like, no, I should be able to be 80 and still be having a good time, right? And, you know, being inappropriate and mischievous and being a pixie, right? What is it for you? Sandra says, I've forgotten how to play. At 65, I'm working on remembering play. That's really good. Let me know how it goes. I want to know what you do. She said, I have joy, but I'm working on remembering play. My former husband shut that down in me in 2012. Yeah, you know, my former person didn't really enjoy playful me either. So, and I did. I kind of squashed her and put her in a box and on a shelf, and had to go back and reclaim her. She was quite happy to see me when I went back and picked her up again, right? I love that. I'm glad that the layer lives have helped you. Well, you know, Saba, creating the layer was part of my recovery, right? Like, how do I get back to that kind of like wild, unleashed, unhinged? Do you remember the Aries full moon ceremony we did together with the unhinged candle? I'll never forget. We were sitting as a team around the table designing the tools for that full moon. And we were like, what should we call the candle? And it was like, you know, I don't know, all the Aries words, right? And I was like, unhinged. And the room went kind of silent. And I'm like, well, what? I mean, that's exactly what Aries is. It's unhinged. So yeah, so laughing. Me Jane Enterprise says, me 3, definitely processing grief, shadow work, toll on playfulness, right? Yeah. I love it. Nicole said, my husband just took a cruise for our 50th anniversary. It was fun and happy. And you found your happiness again. I love that, you guys. Okay, well, Julie says, I tell myself I love you every day. I do too. That's a new practice for me. But I do. Maybe that sounds weird to you, but I tell myself every day, I love you. You know, because sometimes it's like you're doing the best you can, right? And again, remember, you think of it this way. This is really important before we dive into our work together, because I want you to visualize the work that you're doing. All of us are right here, focused on our path, right? And the things that we have to reclaim and the work that we have to do. And then out here is the second donut. This is the donut hole. You're the donut hole. And then the donut is your kids and your family and your friends and your animals and everybody who co-regulates with you, which we're going to be talking a lot in my new programs about regulation of your central nervous system, because it's the secret. I'm going to teach you how to do it. And then out here is the collective, right? And their stuff. And so we are buried underneath all the people we co-regulate with, our friends, family, and community, and then the larger collective who has their own subconscious and their own work that they're doing, right? So if you feel overwhelmed, my God, no wonder. So tonight, what I want us to think about, okay, if you're down for it, because this is what I'm going to be thinking about and working on in tonight's meditation. I kind of want to take those other two circles, visualize taking those off of me and off of us and just sitting them down. So that tonight, what we're really working on is our donut hole. Without the projection and without the overlay of everybody around you and what they need, want, desire, and how they feel about you and everything else. And then the bigger collective and all of their anxiety and grief and fear. And we just live in a very fearful world right now, right? And by the way, the antidote to all of that is faith. We have lost our faith. If current events are scaring you, can I just tell you, like, look up. And I don't care what you call it. I call it God. You can call it anything you want. You can call it Joseph. I don't think it cares what you call it. All of our words are made up English words anyway. I mean, we don't have a name for the force that guides this planet. We can't. It's so big and so powerful. It's crazy to me that we call it anything. And it's not male and it's not female. It is all that is, right? It's the collective total energy of the entire universe. So one of the things I want to remind you is stop. Fear is never going to help you. It will not. In fact, what fear will do is it will make you look back at the years you wasted on that and realize you can't get that time back. So can we lift the everybody else and the collective and everything else up off of our shoulders, which I think would help our back, by the way. I think a lot of the back pain we have is like how much of the collective energy we're carrying. And just sit it down here for a minute. And tonight I just want you to like imagine a space for yourself, because Aries is good at this, where you can lean into your faith, where you can fully trust that the universe is working divinely on your behalf, where you can commit to burning through anything that isn't you with a passion and a force that you've never summoned before. And I want you to just feel your own power tonight. That's my wish and intention for this Aries full moon. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, be kind, be sweet, be generous, give anyway, love anyway, be faithful, have faith and have trust, be mindful, right? But be as loving as you can be. I've dealt with a lot of people at the end of life, and I've never had a single person tell me they regretted how nice they were, or how kind they were, or how generous they were. I've heard the opposite. You know, I should have been nicer. I should have been more generous. I should have been kinder. I should have been more gentle. I should have been more available. I should have, but I've never heard like, yeah, I was just too nice. Wish I'd been more of a dick. I've never heard that from anybody in their 70s or 80s or 90s, right? And let's be real. A lot of you are nice to everybody else and then not nice to yourself, which really sucks. Because at the end of the day, it's you that needs it most right now. Put your own mask on before you put a mask on somebody else. Right? Maybe a narcissist would say that. They should have been more of a dick. Maybe. But who cares? That's their afterlife they have to be concerned with. For this here now moment, I'm concerned about you and me and us. Seriously. Yeah, this was a gift from a client eons ago. Isn't that beautiful? I love my space here at SG because it truly is inhabited by a lot of beautiful things that have been sent to me over the years. I'm so grateful. Okay. What do I want to do now? So we have some bracelets that I'm charging in the room, by the way. I don't know why they call this kiwi jasper. It's amazonite with smoky quartz and black tourmaline. And I've got them all here in my office. This is for calm, staying calm, relieving stress, letting go of worry, anxiety, and fear. So I thought it lined up with what I was planning to teach tonight. So if you want one of them, like I said, they're all here in my office, right under my desk here. And so it would, if you purchase one of those at sagegoddess.com, you'll get one that was here in my office with me, which is pretty cool. So I'm sending this energy to you. So I've got it on my right arm, but you can choose to wear it whatever, whichever arm you want. Okay, you ready? If you have a stone you want to work with, I think it would be great for you to have it with you for the meditation. Aries stones are just going to be your fire stones, right? I always think of fire agate, carnelian. What are some good Aries stones? What are you guys working with tonight? Quartz can always be you can program quartz to function as any other stone. So if you have a good piece of quartz that you want to work with, you are welcome to do that too. You're an extreme Aries, Sandra Schultz. I like that. I think every Aries is extreme. I've never met an Aries who, you couldn't tell right away who they were and what they were about. So Lugana agate is beautiful. Diamond is gorgeous. I love obsidian too, And you can also think like at the harvest time, I always think of stones in like the golden family, like a golden healer quartz would be really beautiful. Citrine would be really nice for tonight. Again, we're trying to breathe into expansion and authenticity. So any stones that feel like that for you, red jasper's rad for Aries for sure. Denise, I like that too. Rainbow moonstone is always on the menu. Yeah, my son is a total Aries. I mean, look it up in the dictionary and like my son's pictures. Thank God he's Cancer rising. It saves him. Okay, you ready? You ready to do some work with me? And I've got my full moon drum. It was packed up for a minute. It's the most basic drum. It's just a Remo frame drum. But this has been my full moon drum for years. So thank you for being here. I love having you here with me. So we're going to call in our good old guides and guardians of the directions to be with us and hold the space tonight. Roll your shoulders back. Remember, keep your posture right. Sit back in your chair and close your eyes. Lapis lazuli is rad. That's like the queen's stone of confidence. Cleopatra used it, so it's super great for tonight too. All right, guides and guardians of the East. That's the direction of air. We welcome you in tonight for clarity. Help us to see the path we should take. Help us to, with me, with the East, it's my favorite direction because even though it's not my direction because I'm a fire sign, right? In the East, we rise. Right? We see with eagle vision, hawk vision. We elevate. We take the 30,000 foot view, which helps us to see clearly. So guides and guardians. Well, Liz, of course it's your favorite direction. With a last name like that, right? But it's true, Karina, it's the phoenix rising in the East. No matter what you've been through, I'm so proud of you. You made it through. You're here to tell about it. So thank you to guides and guardians for helping us rise above the challenges that we face. And to the guides and guardians of the South, as the direction of fire, we welcome you for passion, for courage, for strength, transformation in the South, snake in the South, right? So shedding skin. And like I said, releasing anything tonight in the South that just isn't you, isn't authentic, isn't about your power. This is go time for 2025. We can't hesitate anymore. So take risks, take chances. That's the South. So glad you're here. And now to the guides and the guardians of the West. That's the direction of water. We call you in. We welcome you tonight for healing. In the West, we release. The water recedes and takes with it what isn't ours. West is also the direction of the season of autumn. So we're here now in the Northern Hemisphere because it's the direction of harvest. It's also the direction of wealth, abundance, and call in good flow of financial resources for you, supporting your goals and your dreams. Aho to that, Christy Willis. Be happy now. Be you now, right? What are you waiting for? Calling in the guides and the guardians of the direction of north. That's the direction of earth. For grounding, patience, peace, perseverance, presence. Teaching us to slow down. Be in the moment. Remember our strength in the north, right? Oh my God, Jen Norman, that is like instant manifestation. Congratulations. Wish you were here. I'd hug you and squeeze you. Cheers, darling. So happy for you. Aho to that. So happy. All right, guides and guardians of the North, keep us steady, grounded, and safe. We welcome you. And then welcoming in any guides and guardians from the fifth direction. That's the direction of spirit, the Akash, the ki, the chi, the prana. Also guides and guardians from the vertical dimensions and gateways, so the upper worlds, the middle worlds, the lower worlds, all guides, guardians, ancestors, and the light. Welcome to be with us tonight for ceremony. And together we say, Amen. Aho. And so it is. Amen. Aho. So it is. Got a nice, beautiful circle open tonight. So glad that you guys are here, and thank you for holding your edges of it. Thank you for that. That blue room incense is one of my favorites. Hanale and I make great incense together. They are really good. Did you try Blessed Rose? Blessed Rose was made with all of the roses from my birthday. I was like, I got all these beautiful red roses for my birthday, and I was like, how do I make them last forever? So we dried them and made them into the most beautiful rose and frankincense incense for you. So that's another gorgeous one if you like it. Oh, it's so good. You got rain in Indiana. I love that. I was in Indiana 2 years ago this week, marrying one of my dearest friends lives there, and I was marrying her son to his beautiful wife up in Valparaiso. So great to see you guys. Thank you. I feel good. I'm in a great place. I did change my hair. I probably will go back to purple at some point. Going blonde is part of the process. I think most of you know I'm white. I've been completely gray since I was in my 30s. So my natural color is the color of my drum. So I have the liberty to play. Thank you. I get bored and I got to do something new. So, okay. Are you ready? Let's do some work together. So what we're going to do is we are going to, and if you have, like I said, if you have a stone you want to work with that feels really good to you for this work for tonight, I encourage you to have that with you. I've got the little golden healer heart from the Diwali kit, because Diwali is coming up with the new moon. So I'm just going to work with this to channel this energy, because like I said, this feels very Aries to me. Golden healer. Okay, so whatever you want to work with tonight, again, just watching your posture, because we're going to run a lot of energy through your system right now. If you're in pain, it's going to help. But it's going to help if it's got a good pathway to flow through. So just keep that in mind. Again, it's normal to start to slouch over again, and I just got to pull. I'm going to pick you back up by the shoulders and pull you back. So I want you to imagine, think about that moonlight, right? Try to see it tonight. And you can definitely make moon water tonight because we don't have any eclipse activity. It's a big super moon too, so it's very close. It's the last 3 full moons of this year, October, November, December, are all super moons, which just is about the proximity of the moon to our planet, but it makes it look bigger. And the harvest moon is usually kind of gold, hence why that felt good as a stone choice. So what I want you to do is imagine, first of all, bring your full attention to the area of your life that you want to expand, illuminate, where you want to manifest most. And I want you to, when I say bring it into your mind, I want you to visualize that part of your life, visualize the people who are involved in that part of your life, or whatever it is that you make in that part of your life, right? I'm focusing on Sage Goddess tonight because that's what I'm expanding and illuminating, but any part of your life is fodder for this. It can be your health, it can be your finances, it can be your relationship, but someplace where you want to start a new, bigger cycle because you're ready. Do you have it? Have you visualized it? Yeah, I'm totally down with black tourmaline and aquamarine for tonight. Totally down. Okay. And I want you to ask yourself in this moment, what is it about this situation, this relationship that you are ready to expand, or that you're ready to illuminate, that you're ready to manifest? So I want you to imagine this in its current state, And I want you to imagine it in its future state. And then just take a deep breath there. And so now I want you to put your hands out. You can hold your crystal if you want. I'm going to hold mine in my left hand because I want to receive this energy. But I just want your hands, you can put them on your knees, but I want your palms facing the ceiling. Okay. You can have them closed, but I want your palms up because this is how you receive energy. And don't block the central channel. So, Great Spirit, God, Goddess, and Source of all that is, in this beautiful circle we have open tonight under this Aries full moon, I'm asking for you to guide that lunar light. And I'm going to ask that it be funneled and channeled to our crown chakra. So I want you to imagine that that light above you is going to come directly through your crown. And help us, spirit guides, help to direct this flow of light from the crown chakra. So this is going to be a boost for your faith, your spirituality, your trust in a higher power, right? The belief that everything is going to work divinely for you. That's crown chakra. So I want you to feel that lunar light come through first to the crown. And inhale, exhale there. If you've had headaches, tension headaches in particular, let this light come through. And imagine every cell in your body tonight opening to receive this light. I'm going to have it liquefy through your field. Just imagine your cells opening and receiving. Okay. So here, I'm going to ask for an expansion around your faith in this thing, in this relationship, in this person, in this job, in this whatever it is. I'm asking for an expansion of faith. And now I'm going to ask the guides to help that liquid light. Your higher self participates in processes like this too, by the way. There's nothing for you to do. You're just here to receive. So we're going to ask that light then comes down through your third eye. And again, this can help with tension headaches. This can help with vision issues. Sometimes people are under so much stress right now. I've had clients saying, what do I do? Like my eyelids are shaking. You know, how do I manage stress? So if you're feeling any of that through the eyes or the ears, the third eye does all the work right there. So let's let all of that light now come through the third eye. And here we're going to ask the spirit guides, the higher self, to give us clear visions about direction. So if we're going to expand this thing, whatever it is for you, show us how to do it. Like, who do we need to ask for help? What's the next step from here? Give us some good intuitive guidance about how to expand. And now we're going to let that light continue through the channel. The Sushumna is what it's called. It holds all your chakras. So again, it's coming down now. And the throat chakra, yes, activates the throat, which is your verbal communication and your written communication, but it also goes around the back and helps with neck issues. So if you've had tension in your neck and your upper shoulders in this area, this is all throat chakra. We have to define throat chakra more broadly. It isn't just about your throat. So this whole region now, I want you to imagine the cells opening. And again, your shoulders relaxing, right? Your throat healing, right? A lot of my clients, for whatever reason, have autoimmune diseases that affect the brain and the throat. I have MS, right? So it's like a lot of us have tension and overactive immune responses through our central nervous system. And so we're going to heal a lot of that tonight. So letting that light come through, visualizing expanding it over the shoulders, seeing it wrap around your shoulder blades too. Like, just imagine that lunar light liquefying through. If your lymph nodes are affected, like really, again, there's some healing involves visualization. We're going to talk a lot about this in the new programs, but you have to give permission, right? Energetic permission for the cells to open and receive, open and receive. So just visualize your whole body saying yes to this. And trust that the light is going to find its pathway to exactly where it needs to flow for you, because it's different than where it needs to go for me. Maybe some of it's the same. So now we're going to let that light drop down to the heart chakra. Again, heart chakra is going to govern everything: lungs, boobs, the middle back, right? So again, imagining a band of energy around. So anything that is painful, stuck, energy, right? Because pain is stuck energy. Also emotional issues, so not just physical issues. It could be physical cardiac, but it can also be emotional issues, grief, heartbreak, betrayal. So we're just going to let that light come through. And lunar light knows what to do. It doesn't need guidance, right? It knows, it's quite precise. It knows where to go to heal. It knows where to go to move through blockages. It's potent. It's one of the reasons our ancestors have been working with the full moon for thousands of years, right? So deep breath there. And if you're yawning, which is what I do too, it's how you release energy. Some people sweat, some people yawn, some people cry. So if you're a yawner like me, I always say, I'm not tired or bored. I'm just releasing energy. Just let it be. Okay. And if you're healing from surgery, Teresa, this is a great time to do this exercise, because it's trusting in your body's own natural healing processes and just supporting them with energy. So now let's drop it down. It feels good, right? Let's drop it down to the solar plexus. So that's going to be, find your belly button, and then it's 2 finger widths above your belly button is the solar plexus. So this is going to govern everything from the rib cage down. So this is going to be lunar light flowing through the small intestine, the large intestine, and then all of the major organs above the ovaries and testes. Okay, so this is also kidneys. Again, imagine a band around you. So we're not just working the front, we're working the back. So this is a lot of sciatic stuff here, kidney stuff. What else are we talking about in this area? So we're just, again, breathing in and exhaling and letting that liquid light come through and heal, open, expand. And then we'll drop it down one more step to ovaries and testes, right? Sacral chakra. So this is everything reproductive. But remember, that isn't just about creating human life, right? The sacral chakra also governs our spiritual creations, our business creations, right? All of your creativity is locked up here. So I always say, if you don't work on sexual desire, you're not working on manifestation, because they happen through the same chakra. So if you shut down desire, you also shut down a lot of your capacity to manifest, right? So we want to let that light come through. And then the root chakra, which is right at your booter, you're sitting on it right now. So right down to the perineum, right? That is your root chakra. And that is your center of safety, right? Your center of grounding and protection. So we're going to let that light drop down. That governs everything colorectal, right? So if you have any kind of like ulcerative proctitis, for example, or any kind of colorectal diseases, any kind of challenges in that area. Also governs the upper hips and thighs. So sometimes people have, tension and pain in that entire region. So we're just opening that up, right? The liver, right? So let the light come through and liquefy there. And then I just want you to imagine, let the line continue down your legs. So we're just going to let that liquid light, that lunar light flow through, right down over the knees to the ankles, right down to your little toes. Let it flow over the shoulders to the elbows, the hands, the wrists, and the fingers. Because a lot of us have, issues with hands and arthritis and all kinds of things. So we're letting that flow through too. Okay, so you now are pretty much bathing in this light. And so I want you to close your eyes with me. This is the most important part. And I want you to come right back to that vision of what you want to expand or initiate with this full moon energy. Because now when you visualize, you are coming from a different place, right? You are holding all of this light energy. And if you're a believer, this is powerful stuff, right? I mean, the universe functions with light and sound. It's just we can't see those waves, and so we tend not to believe what we can't see, but you and I know it's true, or you wouldn't be here. So let's let that light do its work. And so spirit guides, ancestors, light beings from all dimensions, great spirit, I ask that you see us tonight as we visualize what it is we want to expand and initiate at this time. Please bless us with the courage and strength we need to do this sacred work. I ask that you bless every single person in the feed right now with clarity, with courage, with direction. Bless everyone around them with the same thing. And those who will watch the replay, you're included as well. May you feel the really intense energy of this moon, because it's so present to you in this moment. And an inhale there. There's so many reasons for back pain. So it's always good to get your medical professionals' input there. But a lot of times pain is energetic. You know what I mean? Pain shows up when we ignored the subtler energetic signs, right? Then your body goes, it knocks a little louder, and then it knocks a little louder until we address the underlying energetic issues. So that's why it's really good tonight just to give your body permission to release. I always ask the spirit guides, like, hey, this pain, wherever it is, if I've gotten the message I needed to receive from it, please release it from my body. I'm in a hoe, and so it is. How you doing? How you feeling? Okay, now the last step. Cut this hour with you. I mean, we talked about time at the beginning of tonight. Like, what? I'm gonna go for another couple minutes because we started after the top of the hour, so I'm gonna go for another 3 or 4 minutes. It makes a difference. This is why I do this for you every month for 14 years, with the exception of a few when I was not around for reasons outside my control. I have done free full moon ritual, and I will until I retire, which is pretty much never, because I love what I do. And I'm glad you're here for it. Hiccups are releasing energy. It's good. It's all good. People fart too and burp, but my way is to yawn, which is a little more comfortable in public. But there's no wrong way. All right. So we're calling all those spirit guides in right now to see us. And on our behalf, we ask that you send this wish we've made tonight, this statement, this focus for what we want to expand. Take it from our hands now and manifest it in perfect time. Full alignment with our highest good, the highest good of everybody else who's here on this planet right now. We trust your timing. You see our hearts. And together we say, with so much gratitude for all the magic that's already on its way to you now. Amen. Aho. And so it is. Amen. Aho. And so it is. My drum almost fell. It's fine. And so thanking and releasing again the guides and guardians who so beautifully keep our circle for us. Releasing the guides and the guardians of the vertical channel, the lower world, middle world, and upper world with gratitude. Releasing the guides and guardians of spirit with gratitude. And of course, releasing the guides and guardians of the north for grounding, protection, and peace. Thanking and releasing the guides and guardians of the west for emotional healing, renewal, and abundance. Thanking and releasing the guides and guardians of the south for passion, transformation, and courage. And then thanking and releasing, last but never least, the guides and guardians of the east for new beginnings, new visions, and definitely greater clarity and perspective, which we all need right now. That's going to go to someone in their Diwali kit. It's part of the, so I do want to show you before I lose you for tonight. Thank you for being here. If you are in Wax and Wane, we have an after party now at 6:30. So I'll be here for that for you. And you are so welcome. It was my pleasure to be with you. I was so excited about tonight's full moon. I mean, it's a big launch for us, but I also I love an Aries full moon because it's an ass kicker and we need it because we got 60 days left to make it happen in 2025, where you're going to look back and go, well, maybe 2026 is my year. And it's like, look, no, pedal to the metal? Sometimes I say those things and I fuck them up. It is pedal to the metal. whatever, you know what I mean? So I am teaching new online classes. It's super rad. It's called Living University. We're going to be cooking and we're going to be crafting. We're going to be learning tarot together, which I'm really excited about, and archetypes. We're going to be doing some yoga and some belly dancing. We're going to be doing crystal healing and body work. And all the details are at sagegoddess.com. I'm also offering a limited number of mentorship opportunities, one-on-one, and a mastermind small group Zoom gathering this year. And so you can go to sagegoddess.com and learn all about the programs, and you can register if you would like the tools for the new program. These are them. It's a gorgeous red and green garnet palm stone, a beautiful perfume, a selenite bowl to burn your brand new incense that Hanalei and I made for you, and red salt, which I will explain when we get together. Every month you're going to get a different salt blend, and there's a whole reason for the season. But this is your awakening and clearing and grounding tools for November. They're optional, but they are limited. And so if you would like them, you can also get your tools for November's classes at sagegoddess.com. And subscribe for those as well. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is, and tell you, and Circe will put the link up, we are coming back to in-person events in November, and we're very excited. And we're starting with Samhain. We are doing a night of divination. It's a free public event here at our new home in Torrance. And so everybody's invited. You do need to get a ticket because space is limited here. So if you definitely know you're in LA or you're going to be in LA on Saturday the 1st and you want to come spend the night with us, we're going to have different divination stations set up with readers. I'll be doing readings. It's going to be so much fun. And then the tools, we're going to be doing a candle dressing ceremony for Samhain. And the tools for that are also at sagegoddess.com. So you're going to get your beeswax candle with your sari ribbon and your stones, and you're getting your you are getting your incense blend, which is beautiful. It's got a gorgeous manifestation stone on the front of the bottle, and you are getting the new perfume, which I'm obsessed with. This was a custom blend I did just for Samhain. And so we're going to dress our candles, decorate our candles, and then light our candles together during that ceremony. We will have some kits available here in person, but not very many. So it's best to get your tools on sagegoddess.com and then bring them with you to the event if you'd like to have tools. So new programs, Samhain tools. For new moon, we're charging our moon water. Those tools are also at sagegoddess.com if you would like to do that with me. And so you can choose what you would like to study with me. You can choose what tools you would like or would not like. And all of that is at sagegoddess.com. And so, yeah, and if you want to take online classes because you're not close by, that's exactly what you should be signing up for tonight. So Living University is a virtual university in all things magic, designed to inspire and heal you mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And so check out Living University. And if you would like to join, it's open for registration. And I can't wait to start. Classes start in November. Right after our public Samhain event, we start our new programs, and I can't wait. So thanks, you guys. And thank you to Team SG. I can't tell you how beautiful it is to have so many of my original crew back with me and working so hard to bring the tools, to bring the classes. It is an absolute collective effort. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who has worked so hard to prepare for today, because it's done with so much love, and we can't wait to start. So thanks, you guys. Happy full moon. Make moon water. Charge your stones. There's very few clouds in the sky here in SoCal. I know it's cloudy in Indiana, but the moon will still find you to charge your tools. And then if you're in Wax and Wane, I'll see you for the after party starting at 6:30. We'll see you soon, you guys. Thanks for being here. Love you.